You are listening to Mets Kingdom. I'm your host, Luigi Ball, and welcome to episode 9. Good morning, Mets family. This is your host, LB. And today I want to bring to you the definition of fan. Why am I doing this? Well, it's because of the negativity, the comments that I read on Twitter, on Facebook, the way it actually makes me sad. It actually makes me wonder what some of the so-called fans are actually after. Is it just bragging rights? Do they just want to win a championship so they can flaunt it to the other fans, so they can fight against Yankee fans and say, look what we did in 2016. Look what we did in 2017. Is it that? Is that what you're after? Let me read something to you. The definition of fan, obviously it comes from the word fanatic. Marked by excessive enthusiasm and often intense, uncritical devotion. Uncritical devotion. That's the key word there. Intense, uncritical devotion. Do you have intense, uncritical devotion, or are you critical? Are you critical of everything that each player does every game with no love whatsoever? Are you that person? Are you that person in life? See, I'm 44 years old, and I've been through a lot, and I've seen a lot. And one thing I do know is that usually how you are in one place, it's usually how you are in all places. It's usually who you are. So it makes me think, if you're that person on Twitter that's saying, why doesn't Soup Campbell just die? Why doesn't Eric Campbell just get sent to AAA? What is he doing in the majors? Why does TDA stink so much? Why doesn't David Wright just retire? All these negative it makes me think that that's how you are with your family, with your wife, with your husband, with your coworkers, with your neighbors. A hypocritical type of personality, where you're acting out a life, but it's really not who you are. It's who you are when the bad times hit. See, when the bad times hit, that's when I really know who you are. And that's how I know who you are in sports. Because when the bad times hit, your favorite player, and I'm not talking about everyone here, I see a lot of great fans on Twitter and around me all the time. Like here in San Antonio, the Spurs fans down here, I'm sorry, but I never seen anything like it. The majority, everything is positive. The way they look at the game. You know, they lost. They got eliminated by Oklahoma. And most of them went to the airport. Well, not most of them. That would be a large amount. But there was sadness in the streets. Yes, there's sadness in the job. There's sadness in school. But the sadness does not create a hatred for, well, the reason we lost is because Tim Duncan needs to retire. Did you see the terrible playoff series that he had? No, that would be more of a Philly or Boston or New York or Los Angeles type of person. See, in general, of course, there's a lot of great fans in New York and all these cities. But there's also an overwhelming negativity. These fans that call themselves fans, but they're always criticizing their players and criticizing their team. And it's not even that. It goes more profound than that. It's the way they do it, the things they say. Life is much what's the word? Life is beautiful. It's not that hardcore. Do I get sad when the Mets lose? Of course. I go into 6-inning rants. Last year when Daniel Murphy would make like 2 errors in an inning and not cost us the game by himself, because I don't believe in that. It's a team game. Somebody else could have gotten a hit. Somebody else could have made a play also. You pick yourself up. That's why it's a team game. But when a ball was hit to him, I would cringe all season. And Wilmer Flores at shortstop too, of course. All season, I would cringe and I would get frustrated and throw my hat on the floor and kind of like, oh my God, make the play, Wilmer, make the play. Come on, it's easy. Of course, I would say things like that. But you know what? Wilmer's my guy. Daniel Murphy was my guy. No matter how many times they messed up, they were my guy. And I would defend them. Always look at the other side. And I would say, you know what? He makes a lot of errors, but he's a 290 hitter. And when he gets out, he's a 360 hitter. Same thing with Wilmer. You know what? He makes a lot of errors, but he could pop one out of the ballpark at any moment. That's how I see the game. And I know some of you out there see the game the same way. Almost the same way I do. But some out there are they call themselves fans, but they criticize their team. They don't even enjoy the wins. We're talking about fans here that the Mets could go out there, win the World Series this year, and I think Neil Walker's a free agent after the season. And immediately after the World Series, that same day or later, I bet you somebody out there is going to tweet, what are we going to do for a second baseman now? Walker's gone. We should re-sign him. They would start flipping out without enjoying the World Series. See? I know a lot of you out there didn't enjoy that we're the National League champs. We are the defending National League champs. And everything about me on my computer, cell phone, everything about me screams National League champs, because I am proud that we were the National League champs. I am proud that we went into LA and beat them. We beat Jake Arrieta and the Chicago Cubs. And we came close to winning the Royal Series, believe it or not. It was just laid in disasters all the time. But it's okay. It made us a stronger team. Most of the guys are back. They know how to win. Are we going to win the World Series this year? I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy it. Because for the next few years, we have these pitchers. We have some minor leaguers coming up. And I know moves will be made. So we're going to be a winning team. Especially because we got these pitchers. Anyway. Let me relax a little bit. And let me get back to some of the points that I wanted to make about David Wright. David Wright's significance to the team and to society is worthy of attention. The importance of what he is doing, the consequence, good and bad, of what this means to the youth out there, to our kids, to our future. He's showing us, without any words at all, what many of us try to instill in our kids. To keep fighting when others tell you it's not possible. I mean, isn't that what you're teaching to this new generation? And if you're not, shouldn't you question yourself? At one time or another, haven't we all gone after something or someone that others told us it was not possible? And if you haven't, shouldn't you question that? We want these guys to be role models, but not at the expense of losing. And that's just plain hypocritical. I just don't understand how we can tell someone, hey, at least you tried. But when it comes to our team or our own life, we toss that out the window. Look, and I'm really serious about this. I love my team just as much as anyone out there. But sometimes people don't know how to love. Their perception of love is twisted by what they have seen or been through. So some people take on sports in the same way they do life. That's scary. They love you while everything is good. But once things go bad, they leave. So like I was saying before, if someone like Eric Campbell starts hitting, he'll be loved. Oh, if David Wright were to not play for the next month and they would give third base to Soup, and he goes on a 290 batting average with 3 homers and driving in key runs and even a game winner, oh, he'll be loved. Oh, he'll be loved. But is it real love or is it conditional love? Well, if you do good for me and my selfish reasons, then I'll love you. But if you mess up, well then I might not love you anymore. Well, that doesn't sound right. Would you teach that to somebody? Would you teach that to the most loved ones that you have in your life? Would you teach that to your older child? Would you teach that to your baby? You know, I saw the 86 Mets win the whole thing. And you know what? I don't love them any more or any less than the 88 team that lost to the Dodgers in the playoffs. Or that 06 team that lost to the Cards. Did I feel pain when we lost? Of course. Do I watch the ending? No, I'll be honest to you. I don't watch the ending. It's hard to watch the 88 ending. Because that's Oral Hershiser out there kicking our butt. But I still enjoyed it. And if highlights come up, you know, Darryl Strawberry doing his thing and all that, Dwight Gooden and Darling and all, of course I watch it. And I'll even watch the ending sometimes and go, well, that was a great team. And I do enjoy the memories. Same thing with the 06 team and all the other teams and even the losing teams where we won 70 ball games. There was always some bright spot on the team, a hitter, a pitcher, something funny going on, something you can enjoy. You know, we lost. You have losing seasons, of course. But I can't let that pain turn into hate and blame. Well, this play lost us the series. Or that player lost us the series. Are we that naive? Are we that ignorant to believe that one player alone or one play alone can win or lose a series or a season? Are we that ignorant? People who talk this way are usually the same people who blame others for their happiness or their problems. I know I've been there. I've been there. I've done that. But I'm trying to better my life. Is my life so unfulfilled that I have to depend on the Mets winning or the people around me to do what I say so I can be happy and fulfilled? No way. Forget about it. No way. Forget about it. No way. People's unhappiness or people's failure will not make me less happier or less driven in life. So in 5-6 years, we might not have some of these pitchers on the staff. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to drive myself crazy right now. Saying, well, we got to sign Noah. No, because I want to enjoy Noah today. He pitches today against the Nats. We're going to be talking about that. I want to enjoy him now. I don't know about 2020 right now. That's uncertain. We might have a winning ball club anyway because these pitchers are going to be around, most of them. And I want to enjoy it because sooner or later, we might start having those 70-win seasons. What are you going to do there? Kill yourself? Enjoy now that we're winning 90 ball games. We're going to be a 90-win team. Again, will we win the division? I don't know. We might be a wild card team. Let's see. We still have the third best record in the National League. The Phillies, let's see if they keep it up all season. They have the pitching. So that's always scary. They have the pitching. I don't want to drive you crazy with all this David Wright stuff. And I understand you out there. I understand the negativity. I understand that your day sometimes goes bad. So when 7 o'clock hits, you want your Mets to win. I understand that. Because the rest of your day went bad at work, with your family, with your husband, with your wife, your kids, whatever the issue is. I understand. But you can't let that drive yourself to being hateful and saying those things on Facebook and Twitter and to the people next to you. That's hateful. I know that you're probably saying, what kind of sports show is this? Well, it's my sports show. I'm LB, and this is how I do. All right? Let's get to some other issues. Steven Matz, he's good. All right, so that was Mets Twitter letting out the exhale yesterday as we were getting the news that Matz is going to be okay. Zach Wheeler's coming back soon, so we're going to get more pitching. Oh, I love it. You can't have enough pitching. You cannot have it. All right, he should be back around early July. He's going to walk a lot of batters, most likely. That's just who he is. He take the good with the bad. But he can ball. Remember, he's only 25 years old. It hurt when they traded Beltran, but now that we have Wheeler, I like Wheeler. But then again, I like all my Mets. So it's just how it is. You know, they're battling out there. They're trying to win. All right? They're trying to win. They're trying to win. You know, like I said, don't get me wrong. That I get mad. You think I was happy that we got swept by the Rockies? Oh, especially that last game, the way we lost. The Grom gets taken out. Jim Henderson, he has been fantastic. He's been a godsend. Jim Henderson has been fantastic. But you think I'm happy the way Henderson just gave up that home run? No, I'm not happy about that. Is Henderson still my guy? Do I still want him out there? Yes. Still want him out there. Because I could tell he has that killer instinct in his eyes. So I want him out there. He doesn't care. He's not afraid. It happens. We blew the game. But we have a big series starting. Big series. Big series. And yes, anything can happen. We could get swept by the Nats. Let's be honest here. They have 3 pitchers coming up this 3-game set. So, you know, let's see what happens. We have Harvey going game 1, game 2. We don't know yet. And, no, wait, not Harvey. Sorry, who's going game 1 here? Let me see. Let me check my notes. Sometimes I just start rambling and I don't check my notes. First game, sorry, we got Noah Syndergaard. Yes, my man Noah. Let's go up 1-0 in this series, please. Game 2, we don't know yet. They're talking about Cologne. They're talking about Mats. Mats might get to throw tomorrow. I'm hearing something like that, so he might actually pitch that game 2. I would love to have him. Cologne, either way. I know Cologne's a capable pitcher. So that's okay. In game 3, we have Harvey. And yes, I still believe in Harvey. Just like I still believe in DeGrom. And they're both having issues. They're both talking pretty much the same. Mechanical issues. They don't feel right. That's what DeGrom said last start. He just doesn't feel right. And it happens. It happens to hitters. It happens to pitchers. But they're both stars. I know they're both stars. When it's all said and done, we have a winning ball club. This team is a playoff team. I haven't really seen too many National League teams out there that can compete with the Mets. I think it's pretty much the Nationals. Cubs are out of this world. They're like on a 120-game pace. I don't think that's going to stand up. But then again, you never know. You know, teams break records. They do new stuff. So let's see what happens. But playoffs is a whole different territory. And we go deep in our pitching staff. So let's see what happens. Last week, Yo almost got hurt. Sliding back into first base, and I almost cried. That was tough. Because if Yo gets hurt in that middle of the lineup, I'm not saying we'll turn into a losing team, but it'll be hard to get some wins because he makes our lineup go. The fear he instills in the rest of the league. He loves playing in New York. You know, this is not the same guy from Oakland and Detroit. I've been reading a lot of articles, and I really didn't see him play that much. I saw him play, but not that much. But he looks different. He looks like he's enjoying this team. Not just because he's winning, he looks comfortable. You know, some people can't come to New York and they just look comfortable. They play out of career in New York, they look comfortable. Sometimes the first year, they're terrible because it's New York. You get booed here. Well, there. I'm not in New York anymore. You get booed over there. Rafael Montero won PCL Pitcher of the Week. He's only 25, all right? So he can still get it going. Maybe to be in the pitching staff? No, maybe not. Bullpen? Maybe not. But he could be a trade commodity. We could get somebody for him. Backup third baseman. Bullpen help, catcher help, something, you know? Even though Plawecki's doing good and I like Rene Rivera's defense. So NTDA will be back. I still love him. All you people out there criticize, oh, this guy's terrible. They should just get rid of him, cut him. He's always hurt. He's injury prone. Hey, you know what? I've seen injury prone players become all-stars. All right? I've seen it. They become all-stars. You know what I'm going to do soon, maybe? I'm going to do some research on what David Wright does to pregame. Because I know he arrives like 3 or 4 hours before everybody else. Please, let's start appreciating what he's doing. He's fighting out there. He's fighting for his dream. That's cool. That's cool like that. That's all right. I like that. David Wright, that's my man. I'll keep rooting for him. He's top 10 in walks, and he's hitting the ball hard. He's just swinging less because they're telling him to swing less. We can't be that ignorant. He has to swing less. He's okay in the 2-hole. It's not a big deal. It's the same thing if he bats in the 7th hole when he comes up with Neil Walker and people on base. We're still going to criticize if he strikes out. He's going to strike out a lot because he's swinging less, so he's taking more pitches down the plate because he's kind of like in guessing mode. But he'll still hit some. Okay? He'll still hit some. This is David Wright. Let's stick with him. He's done a lot for us. He's giving us great years. What, that doesn't matter? That's just how it is? It doesn't matter? Can't be that hateful. Matt Reynolds is getting called up. I like this kid. Haven't seen him play too much, but I like this kid. I'm not a spring training type of guy. So I haven't seen him much in spring training. I've seen him a little bit, not much, but heard good things about him. I want to get to this issue about the Phillies. Can the Phillies keep up? It seems that they arrived like a year early. They brought up all these pitchers. They're not hitting. They're not a good hitting team. The Marlins could hit a little bit. The Nats don't really hit that much. The NL East is not a hitting. The Mets could win this division. I know we're not scoring a lot of runs, but we will get high. We will hit more doubles and homers again at any moment. Maybe it starts today. Today, what? Scherzer's not unstoppable just because he struck out 20? Good. Maybe he's tired now. Maybe today he gets rocked. Brought back down to reality. Let's go Mets. Around the league, the Red Sox. Yankee fans hate the Red Sox. I don't really care about Boston because, that's not our rivals. But they're getting investigated for their international signings. Is there some cheating? Is there something going on, in Boston with this New England Patriots cheating? Are the Red Sox teaming up with the Patriots to do some cheating? I'm a Jets fan, and I don't appreciate the Patriots cheating. So, hey, Boston, you guys like to cheat up there? I know none of you are going to hear this, but maybe you like to cheat up there. Take a sip of water. My mouth is kind of dry. Yu Darvish is coming back for the Rangers. Let's see. Maybe he can fight too. Saw that Toronto Rangers fight. There's a rivalry. Started last year in the playoffs with the bat flip from Bautista. So that's all I have to say for today, Let's see if we do some Bryce Harper walking. Not sure about that. Daniel Murphy's batting behind him now, so the manager kind of got slick because he saw what the Cubs did to Harper. That 4-game series where the Nats just got crushed by the Cubs. Cubs are scaring me a little bit. Yeah, Cubs are scaring me a little bit. But, they're not in our division, but we still got to play them. I hope we don't get killed by them, which regular season really doesn't matter if we do. As long as we beat all the other teams, it's okay. We could still come in first, make the wild card, and the players are a different ball game. I don't mind making the wild card. You know why? Because when it comes to one game, we have pitchers that we could throw out there. We could just set it up in a way, where we have our best pitchers to go out there. See, in a one-game playoff, I like our chances because we could bring 2 starters at you in the same game and still have enough for the next series because of guys like Rafael Montero, Bartolo Colon, Wheeler, Verrett. So, people people were questioning where he should be in the majors or not just because he had one bad game in Colorado. I've seen the best pitchers in the league have bad games in Colorado. People, come on. Get off the edge. Get off the edge of the mountain. You're ready to jump. Enjoy the team. We have the 3rd best record in the National League, barely in front of the Phillies. We have a winning team. Remember a few years ago when we stunk? I would still watch the games, of course. I had a lot more work to do back then, so I couldn't watch all the games. My life was a little more hectic. I was in a different spot in life, so I get to watch more games now. So for a few years there, I missed more games than what I should have, but I still watched them in those 9 games, 10 games losing streaks. Oh yes, I did. Well, anyway, I want you to have yourself a good morning. I think today's show was a little longer than usual. I'm sorry about that. Just wanted to get some things off my chest. Love you guys. Mets Twitter. Relax. I hope we win today. I really do. I'll be so happy. Yes. But if we lose, then we move on to the next game. We gotta keep going to battle. It's only May. Alright? Love you guys. This is LB signing out. See ya.